Hello, thank you for joining me. Today is the 21st of August 2025. I've not done a video for a very, very long time. I hope you're all well. Thank you for joining me. And for those of you who have left comments on underneath my videos and I have not responded in the past, I'm so sorry because I don't always I didn't used to get notification for every comment, so I do apologize. I only came to realize that when I actually restarted my YouTube channel, so I do apologize for that. And for those of you who left me lovely comments or emailed me, thank you very, very much. So here we go. So I thought actually what I'd like to do is, because I've had a break from making videos, and actually I've had a break from astrology. Reason being is because, sorry, I forgot to put my, hope you can hear me better now. So basically, I did that just because I had some personal issues that I was dealing with, and also because I felt astrology was controlling my life a little bit. And having had the time to step back and do other things, it's just given me a little bit of different way to look at astrology, generally speaking, because I think we're just I think at times when I was having difficult moments, and I realized that by the comments and the queries I was doing, dealing with, and also readings that I was giving, that basically people, when you are, I mean, I'm just like you, just when we all go through difficult times, and when we do, we tend to rely on, we want to question the universe. We want to know what's going on, if there's any hope, because hopes, dreams, and wishes are what keeps us going, really. So, but I did realize that basically it can have too much control over your life. So you feel as though you are, like, for example, in my chart, it doesn't look as though I ever get married or ever have children. And I had difficulty having children. And but I did have a child. So it's not like it's impossible. But what it is, if your mindset if you tell yourself you can't have a child, you won't have a child, because the words we utter, the emotions that we give, because life is just basically is all energy, and what you give is what you bring back to yourself. So I've kind of been practicing that. So we're trying to use always kind words, especially about myself, and because I think I've always been just so hard on myself, and because I'm not very good at routines, so I've had to really work hard to have managed myself. So basically, what I've learned during this time is, like, really just be good to yourself, just have good thoughts, and good, say nice things, and the universe pays you back. Honestly, gratitude is just such an amazing energy. And the other thing I was going to say, the reason why I'm doing this, obviously, this video, is because I don't want to do normal videos like this is happening, your ninth house ruler, blah blah blah. And of course, there's definitely space for that, because every transit, everything that happens, every dasha that we go through, sub dashas, the universe is offering us an opportunity to use those energies to create and manifest for yourself. So it's really down to us to try to do the positive, trying to bring something positive in for ourselves. And I thought maybe I'll just like slightly tweak this so we can actually make the most of this amazing thing that's happening in transit now. I mean, obviously, I'm very late to the party, because obviously all the planets have, actually, the planets that I'm going to be talking about are going to be Saturn in Pisces, Jupiter in Gemini, aspect in own sign Sagittarius, and Ketu is also aspect in Sagittarius. So it's all about Sagittarius sign, and we all have it somewhere in our chart. And at the end, when I do the ascendants and moon signs, obviously moon is how you feel about the transit, and ascendant is how it's actually practically happening. And those of you who have Saturn over your moon, you're going through your Sadasati at the moment. So naturally, energetically, everything in your life, if you just embrace it, everything is going to change for you, or at least that part of your life. So go with it. So basically, I had a look, and so excuse me 1 second. So basically, Jupiter is going to be in Gemini till the 2nd of June 2026. And remember that I do sidereal zodiac, and I also use true, I don't use true nodes, I use mean nodes. So they're slightly different. Anyway, so we got this happening, and we got Saturn in Pisces till 23rd of February 2028, aspecting by the 10th aspect, so it's quite an important one. Also, obviously, Jupiter is right opposite 7th aspect, is also very, very important. But Ketu is from Leo, is aspecting, so there's a lot going on. And obviously, Rahu during this time is going to be in Aquarius. So basically, I thought let's just have a look at the ninth natural sign of the zodiac, and Sagittarius, and just get a little feel for what we are dealing with during this time. So Sagittarius basically is a masculine sign. It's fiery and a dual sign. So it has two sides, light side and a dark side, dark heavy side. Its symbol is a centaur, which is half man and half animal. So it actually represents basically hybrids, clones, and our very own animal instincts. That centaur is an archer with focus, great focus, and is aiming for something with great precision. So it's very good for goal setting. This is one of the things that I want you to take away from this. So really go for a walk, ponder about things, because when you walk, you activate Mercury, and Mercury is really great at giving you ideas. It's quite, rules the most creative sign, third sign. So it's very flexible. So once you start walking, particularly in parks, especially if you're walking on grass barefoot, not only are you grounding yourself, but you're also like activating a lot of things, third house, within yourself. And Sagittarius is also indicative of warriors, military generals, judges, judiciary system, marriage, foreign travel, higher education, wisdom, luck, teachers, good fortune, happiness, publishing, ancient text and culture. But above all, it's all about the truth. So there's a lot going on with Jupiter being there. So there's a lot of truth happening at the moment, and people are realizing that, what we always read or we are fed, it's not always the truth. So sometimes you have to sit with any information and see whether or not it resonates with you. Excuse me. And also, I feel Ketu from Leo is aspecting this sign. So what it's doing is diminishing our needs for frivolous noise and stuff and brings us closer to what our true calling and path is. That spiritual evolvement, and Saturn and Jupiter are providing opportunities and wisdom to actually realize our dreams. So it's a really important transit to really get in there and just making the most of it. It brings out our authenticity, which is a really high frequency. It's the most high. It has got the highest frequency than any other emotion, basically. And so we can build a future which is in keeping with our dharma, our path, alignment with our true self, and make us truly happy and joyous. Remember that the best way to deal with this sign, is also remembering that it is an egotistical sign too, Sagittarius, because I have Moon in Sagittarius, so it is a great placement. However, it is a little bit like I just have to really ask the universe to give me inspired speech, because it can go the other way sometimes. So you have to really just think, do I want to be right or do I want to be happy? And these are some of the things I've had to work with, because I just sometimes it's very easy to point at other people and just see what is wrong with them. But really and truthfully, we have to also just look at ourselves and just think, what do we create for ourselves without realizing? So with on the mundane side, this could be a very amazing time because Ketu could get rid of a lot of leaders and royals, etc., people in, high places that are really perhaps not in keeping with what the people want at the moment. So that could be something to watch out for. It could also be CEOs, chief executives and things like that, that are just like generally just like handing their notices in and resigning from their positions. It could be that the whole of the judicial system could go through a huge transformation by the time Saturn comes out of Pisces, because Ketu can get rid of and birth a new system altogether. And that could also happen to education. So you hear a lot of people who are actually doing homeschooling, so that could actually really grow. And the subject matters that we learn could be different as well, because most of us go to school, we really haven't got a clue when we come out, especially I can tell you about the UK is like that. You really don't understand interest rates, money, economics. You don't understand how to manage yourself money-wise, what is a mortgage, and the interest rates that go with that, all of those, leases, loans, etc. So I feel as if there's going to be massive changes, and I think we've got, obviously there's like a crypto thing happening, and blockchain, where things are becoming much more, there's going to be a new Web3, I think, or something, and new technology will come out with Rahu being in Aquarius. New ways of healing, new corporations will be born, which are much more in alignment with the people and what the people's desires. And just generally speaking, we are going to go through a lot of new things. So yeah, and so what we want to do, make the most of this. So I will do, basically, I'll go through and I'll show you the charts, so we can actually look at the chart, and together we can go through different ascendants. So this is for ascendants and moon signs. We're going to start with Aries now. So Aries ascendant for you guys, very important time. So you have Saturn and Jupiter. Saturn ruling 10th and 11th house, a very, very important planet for you. Jupiter also rules the 9th and the 12th house for you. So definitely a spiritual time for you guys. Very much to do with your education. So it could just be that basically I'm just going to give you the what it means, but then also give you little tools to hopefully help you in some way. So you could be working, but you also start doing some studying along the side, or you could get a scholarship, or your employers could actually put you through some form of course. It'll be great because eventually you'll earn a lot of money through that. And also there will be some changes, generally speaking, in your status anyway, because they have Ketu's aspect in your 9th house. This is your 8th house ruler aspect in your 9th house. So this is really a time where education, maybe you were doing a course, you're going to do a different course. Maybe just generally it's going to be a lot of changes in terms of your belief system, or just generally what used to make you happy. Maybe you're just doing other things now that actually emotionally, you want to be emotionally happy and spiritually happy. Those will mean more to you than maybe the financial gains. Financial gains, you definitely have them, but then maybe there's other things in the pipeline for you too. I'll definitely say look after your dad, because obviously you have malefics looking at the 9th house. But generally speaking, if you want the teacher, you're the student. If you're the student ready for the teacher, you will get your guru, that's for sure. Now, so let's have a look. So I would just say focus on what you wish to create during this time. Because Saturn is also in a sign that's very creative. You can really let go of things that hold you back, and helps you do that. It could also be groups of friends that you just really don't connect with anymore, or could be groups that you do connect with. It could go either way. But focus on what makes you, what you want to create. for your present and your future happiness, and what needs to be ending in order to start a new chapter in your life. Now let's go to the next ascendant. For Taurus ascendants, this is occurring in your 8th house. So 8th house is obviously to do with changes, sudden changes, emotional health, letting go of things that maybe, again, they don't really serve you. Maybe there's trauma that you need to deal with and heal, and these will really set you free, and you'll get your equilibrium back during this time. You will so basically you have like your 7th house ruler aspect in the 8th house. So it could be a change in your status, where, you know, so it could be that maybe if you're single, you will meet somebody suddenly, or if you're with somebody, that relationship can change or come to an end. Or it could be that you are with somebody and you tie the knot, because after all, Sagittarius is the 9th natural sign of the zodiac. So it could be any of those things. But also you have your 9th and 10th house ruler in the 11th house. So there could be like to education, belief system changes. It could also be like your groups that you are with, you're much more in tune with each other, you're much more spiritual people that you're dealing with, and all your groups could change. And the new groups that you meet, they will be much more there'll be much more healing, if you like. You could join more healing groups as such. But definitely the unexpected changes are there. Basically, once you let go of emotions that really tie you in knots, you will be able to release, revamp, regenerate, and renew your life, and transform, and just basically exhilarate yourself with that. But yeah, definitely massive changes. And also, you know, like you have a lot of good kind of things happening with suddenly, you know, all of these, because it involves 8th and 12th, 8th and 8th house ruler, sorry. It just means that these changes, if you embrace them, they could be amazing. So don't worry about changes. Don't, because also for you guys, your 8th house is a dual sign. So for you, letting go and working on healing yourself, it will not be a difficult thing. You could also, with that, release some ancestral karma and ancestral pain that your family has been carrying too. Next, we have Gemini. For Gemini ascendants, this is occurring in their 7th house. So it involves 7th, 10th house ruler, 8th and 9th house ruler, and also your 6th house ruler, Ketu. So Ketu is obviously wants you to clear any kind of discord with your partner. So anything that you need to do in order to put that right, that would be good. It could also mean that people who are together for a long time, they could divorce. So it could go either way. But it could also mean that you and your partner start doing more healthy things together, like you can go for walks, or do meditation together, do I don't know, Tai Chi, something like that, something quite nice. So you're actually doing things, healthy things together, eating better. It's definitely health and healing is the theme there with your partner. Jupiter is also, by aspect, is protecting your 7th house. So you could also find, because of their 10th house connection there with the 9th house rulers aspect in your 7th house. So it could be, there could be, you could tie the knot during this time, you could start some studying. Whatever happens is you actually will enjoy your work more. You'll work harder, but you will be happier as a result as well. Now, for you, obviously, I would say with Gemini, letting go of ego will serve you well. Relationships based on fun, authenticity, and truth will fulfill you. Try talking things out with love and compassion. You and make sure in the relationship you have each other's back, basically, so to just make it more harmonious. And next ascendant, Cancer. This is not working. Sometimes it does that. Okay, so Cancer ascendants, this is occurring in your 6th house. So it involves your 5th house ruler aspect in your sixth house. This is educating younger people. And also, it could also be like being a yoga teacher, or being like meditation, breath work, something like that could be the theme for that. So you could get involved in stuff like that too. Actually, this is a really good practice, breath work, for Cancer ascendants, to emotionally just release anything that's because they can just be like feeling everybody's pain. So this, I can't imagine anything better. And also walking is really good for you guys too. And then you have basically your seventh and eighth house ruler, as well as your sixth and ninth house ruler aspect in your, what would be your sixth house. So it's very much about healing, health. You know, like a lot of people at the moment are doing trauma release, and because basically people are quite spiritual and alive at this point, they basically doing the work on themselves, and that is releasing so much of their ancestral and karmic backlog. So just literally setting people free. It does make you really tired, so make sure you rest up. But you know, the result of that is that you will actually end up working hard, but make sure you rest well too. But you ultimately, it will make you happier doing all those things. It'll just give you good sleep, good rest, and you'll enjoy it. Enjoy going forward. So I've just written also that basically healing the old wounds by letting go of the old patterns that don't serve you will really be helpful. Try and put in new things into your daily routine to help health, wellness, and happiness. How about breath work? Oh, we just talked about that. 5-minute stretches and clear your head by a short walk. Give your mind some peace and tranquility. You'll be surprised by the results. And Leo ascendant. For Leo ascendants, this is occurring in their fifth house. Wonderful house of creativity. So for you guys, your fourth house rule is aspect in your fifth house. It creates a fantastic yoga, that Ketu, for you. Amazing. So happiness and just family happiness. You know, maybe you have a child, maybe you create something amazing. But fifth house is such an amazing house, and it's also your fifth and eighth house ruler. Jupiter's aspect now, so there'll be some changes in your state. So maybe if you wanted to have a child, you will have that child. Maybe if you wanted to create something, write something, this is just the perfect time to tap into that. You also have Saturn, which is your sixth and seventh house ruler, is aspect in that sign too. So basically, it just means that you become more dedicated to your spouse, to your other half. You'll be working harder generally, but also working harder at your relationship will pay dividends too. And just trying to iron out all the if there are any discords between you and your spouse, or if your spouse has been poorly, then it's a really good time to help with that, you know, help them heal and be there for them. And so I've just written also that this is all about creativity, fun, and celebrating each day with your partner and your family, entertaining, music, dancing, and making great memories. Family edition, a baby, a novel, or a gift that you have that you can actually give to the world. That would be amazing. And then we have Gemini ascendant for you guys. This is occurring in your fourth house. So you have third house ruler aspect in your fourth house. So a move definitely on the cards. I could definitely see that. And you also have basically Jupiter and Saturn aspect in your fourth house as well. So really working on moving or just wanting to find that happiness that is everybody's right in truth. So this could be like you're helping your child with their education, you're helping your spouse, you know, also. So, and really working hard to make things tick and work for your family, ensuring that you all work hard, but you also have downtime and really enjoy life too. Really not a good time to actually spending money on things that are not necessary. So try to do it so you're doing things carefully and cautiously. But otherwise, if you do it really well, so you can actually gain a lot from this world. But definitely, because it's 6 houses, so you and your spouse and your children could start doing like nice things together, family days out, family like going swimming together, some creative and fun adventure days out or endeavors will serve you all right. Then we have Libra ascendants. For you guys, it's all occurring in your 3rd house. So you have 4th, 5th house ruler in the 6th house, aspect in your 3rd house. Jupiter is also your 3rd and 6th house ruler, aspect in the sign. And Ketu, which is your 2nd house ruler, aspect in your 3rd. So very creative time, lots of learning. Busy, really busy time. 3rd house makes us busy. It's like really committing to your friends, your hobbies, your learning, travel, short distance travel, not necessarily long. And but generally speaking, you'll do less, but what you do will be really quality, things that really serve you well. And really communication again, you'll be much more likely to keep in contact with people who are more spiritual during this time, and definitely family. And also because you have like 4th and 5th house ruler in the 6th house, there could be like repairs to the house. For some, it could be moving of houses, but I could definitely see that you spend time and energy on your home, and basically, keeping it gives you commitment towards your friends. And because Saturn is quite a serious planet aspect in your 3rd house, so you want to be aware of your siblings, your friends, and how you communicate. You communicate less but quality. And it's also 4th and 5th, you could be working a lot harder too, but whatever happens, there's going to be a lot of learning, and you'll be busy during this time. That's certainly the case there. Okay, let's go now to just seeing. Okay, for Libra, I just put down other things. Definitely doing fun stuff. You could also work hard and publish something like children's books, or mixing education and nice animation together. So that could be something that could, because it's your 3rd house is natural, 9th house of the zodiac, which is to do with publishing. You could actually realize your dream and do something educational for children as well as fun. Then we have Scorpio ascendants. For you guys, this is wonderful in the sense that you have your 1st house ruler, 2nd and 5th house ruler, and 3rd and 4th house ruler, all of them aspecting your 2nd house. So this is all about basically money, what you value, because it's not always money. Sometimes it's like your stuff from your ancestors. Basically, food that you eat. Some people who want to be vegetarian during this time, they can do it with ease. If you want to give up alcohol, you could do that too. And so basically, also it can be that you would this time maybe move your family home, or it could also be that you could have a child during this time and commit to that. But it is a wonderful Raja and Dana yogas going on, which are fantastic. So good on you. And I've also written down that tying the knot, a marriage or living together with your partner, they could definitely be your focus. You could meet somebody during this time and be really committed to them. Your focus will be family. This will give you peace and make you sleep better. A child, a beautiful addition to the family. Creativity, joy is the theme for you guys. So that's lovely. And let's go now to Sagittarius. Well, this is very much your time. So Sagittarius is getting the aspect of the 2nd and 3rd house ruler, and 1st and 4th house ruler. So definitely a lot going on there, and also 12th house ruler. So you have house move is a certainty there for most people. or just changing things around, you know, like a little bit of painting and decorating going on. So basically, for you guys, again, there are some amazing yogas going on, you know, where you have like first house ruler in the seventh house, Raja Yoga, and then you have like fourth house ruler aspect in the first house, another Raja Yoga, second house ruler aspect in the first house is a Dana Yoga. So lots of lovely things going on, but you could become much more spiritual this time, much more wanting to really know about the truth and learning new things, because again, third house is all about learning. But you'll be much more committed to your family and much more responsible and tenacious in your pursuit of doing things correctly for your family. And there's like a seriousness to this, because that is such an important part of what your family is all about, and looking after your mother and your children. So second house is family. So becoming more spiritual and spending time with people that truly matter will make you happy, bring you peace. House moves on the card, as I said before. So great successes, build firm foundations, and reap the benefits in the coming years for you, the Sagittarius ascendant. Let's go to Capricorn now. Capricorn, for you guys, this is occurring in your 12th house. So very spiritual time for you, very much about either retirement or maybe even redundancy from a job, and completion, endings, spirituality, traveling abroad. All those things are very much the theme for you. So it can affect your sleep because you have a malefic like Saturn aspect in your 12th house. But also, what it can mean is that you learn foreign languages and you learn some unusual new things that are foreign to you, if you like. But certainly, you have, because you have Rahu also in your second house, I would say if you wanted to learn a new language, this is a really good time to do that. You obviously have first and second house ruler aspect in it. So basically, you will do really well if you have interests and hobbies such as meditation, breath work, tai chi. All those things will really help you. You will really actually connect you with really nice people, spiritual people, and you gain a lot from that too. And obviously, what it can do also during this time is basically Jupiter rules your 12th house and third house. So you could be doing travels abroad. It could be short travels, and it could also be long haul travels too. And also Sagittarius is natural ninth house of the zodiac, so it's pilgrimage and stuff like that. So, but it's through these travels you actually learn a lot as well. It will really expand your mind and your heart. So I've also written that it's a spiritual time for you. No longer want to spend money, but are all about letting go of what no longer serves you. Release, closing chapters, completing, only to rebirth more meaningful stuff, and truly make happy connections with the old friends, mending relationships that you had little time for before. Investing in what really matters. Let's go to Aquarius. For Aquarians, this is happening basically to 11th house for you. Really nice in the sense that basically your 12th and first house ruler Saturn is in your second house. It does stop you from spending money unnecessarily. But 11th house for you is your group. So you're going to have some mature groups and networks, people who are charitable, who are of the same belief system as you. And this kind of things will really also make you very happy. You'll have massive opportunities in meeting and networking during this time. You'll be the person with least to say. You probably will, during these meetings, you'll listen more, and take on the new information. And just people who are really good connected people. It does create a lovely Dana yoga for you, where you have the the first house ruler in the second house. It's also like your 11th house ruler aspect in the second house ruler aspect in the 11th house, another Dana yoga for money. It's also what would be for you your 10th house ruler aspect in your 11th house ruler. So it's very important time for you. Really try and achieve as much as you can from that. You'll be naturally guided to people and groups that help you evolve and grow spiritually, community ventures that help others, and yet you can gain from it too. Your network will be a source of growth in many ways, personally and spiritually, as well as financially. Nice times. Enjoy it. Really grab it. And then we have Pisces ascendants. Obviously, if it's Pisces moon, you're going through your Sadasati, major things, major changes in your life. But for you guys, it happens in your 10th house. So it's all about your job and what you want to do. You could be like ending a job and starting a new job. You could have got made redundant from a job and you created a job yourself, got opportunities to create a new one. It's your 9th house ruler is aspecting it too, aspecting your 10th house. Ketu gives you a wonderful Raja Yoga. Saturn also is your 11th house ruler aspect in your 10th house. So you could actually gain a job through your networks. And Jupiter, obviously, first and 10th house ruler aspect in first house ruler aspect in 10th house, another Raja Yoga. So it's really, really great time for you guys. And so massive changes. Your career and your approach to it will be phenomenal. You will find the right teacher, course, and you'll all of them will be bring about stuff that make you happy. Luck kicks in, and you realize your dreams. You also obviously quite a spiritual moment for you too. Okay, so that was it from me, and thank you for watching.